This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. If you're just waking up with us, I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Ray Collins. August the 14th, first day of school in Sarasota County. We'll talk to the superintendent in a few minutes live here. Also the first day of our new First Alert weather and traffic systems. Good morning, John Scalzi.
Good morning to you. Yeah, very excited about that. It's going to bring, I think, some earlier information to folks out there, both with new technologies on your phone as well as our forecast philosophy here at the station. For today, I think the kids are going to have a pretty nice start to the school day. The First Alert forecast calls for a lot of sunshine as you wake up this morning and head out of doors and the sun rises. We'll look for a warm afternoon with not much in the way of a rainfall chance near the coast, but any showers that we might get will probably occur near the coastline between noon and about 2 o'clock. And then the focus, I think, will be shifting into, well, inland areas. As those showers build inland, they'll tend to drift closer toward the east coast and away from our own shores. Daytime high near 90. Complete forecast coming up in a few.
All right, John, talk to you soon. Checking First Alert traffic now. Manatee County showing some buildup. First off on State Road 64 and the eastbound lane toward downtown Bradenton. Also State Road 70 always showing some activity. Farther south now on the map into Sarasota County, not too much to speak of at this point. We'll check back as those buses start to get out there. And South County also all clear at 6:02 on your Monday morning.
Well, this morning, students are waking up and getting ready for their first day back at school.
Yeah, some schools have new curriculum to incorporate into their schedules. Let's go now to a guy who's a successful prodigy of the Sarasota County schools, our own Christopher Brantley. Christopher?
I certainly am, and good morning, Ray and Jacqueline, from Venice High School, where the day is about to begin at 7:30, but it is to Venice Middle School that we go now. The school has had a serious facelift over the summer. The front office has been completely rebuilt, and the main reason? Security. In the past, anyone could walk onto the campus, but now there is a holding room for visitors to check into. And as we said, on top of those changes, students at Venice Middle School will see a bit of a change in their schedule. There has been some new district curriculum added. Well, the construction work is set to begin on Venice Middle School in 2019. That new curriculum is our district initiatives that the principal, Dr. Karen Schmidt, said she thinks will incorporate a better swath of knowledge for all of her students. The school remodeling, as we said, will be completed in 2019. In the meantime, the students will have limited interruptions onto their school day. Ray and Jacqueline will send back to you.
Thanks, Chris. We'll get busy there in a matter of hours out there on the campus.
Certainly will.
Yep.
Best of luck to all the students this morning as they're heading out the door as well. Now switching gears a bit to the deadly chaos in Charlottesville, Virginia over the weekend. Violence erupting at a white nationalist rally. The mother of the young paralegal who died now speaking out about her daughter. And new details on the suspect accused of plowing his car into a group of counter-protesters. Those who know him claim his extremist views date back to high school. ABC's Emily Raw has the latest.
The alleged driver behind the wheel of this car mowing down a crowd of people protesting against a white nationalist rally, now charged with murder. 20-year-old James Fields drove from Ohio to Virginia for the rally, captured on video chanting a message of white supremacy.
I thought it had something to do with Trump. Trump's not a supremacist. I mean, he had an African-American friend.
Fields' mother saying she didn't know about her son's views, but a former teacher claims they date back to his days in high school.
He was into this whole idea that, the whites were a dominant race.
But Sunday night, solidarity against those views. From Charlottesville to D.C. and cities across the country, people standing together against hate. One counter-protester in the large group of mourners saying he saw 32-year-old Heather Heyer die.
I saw the life pass from her eyes, and I watched her die. And from that moment on, I swore to myself that I would not stop in the fight against white supremacy.
And President Trump still facing intense backlash for his response to the violence.
We're closely following the terrible events unfolding in Charlottesville, Virginia.
The White House now clarifying the president's statement using words he has yet to say in public. The statement reading in part, of course that includes white supremacist, KKK, neo-Nazi, and all extremist groups. Here in Charlottesville, we expect to see the suspect, James Fields, in court today. This memorial at the site of the attack reads Heather Heyer, a hero. Emily Rao, ABC News, Charlottesville, Virginia.
A Texas woman was one of the people injured in Charlottesville. 20-year-old Natalie Romero's family said she has a fractured skull, memory loss, and also received stitches. Her friends and family were among hundreds gathered on the steps of Houston City Hall to show solidarity, love, and support for all the victims.
Happening today, the Trump administration will launch an investigation into China's trade practices here in the U.S. That's according to a senior administration official who says the president has already notified the Chinese leader of that move. Trump plans to announce the investigation during a day trip to Washington from his Bedminster, New Jersey golf club. The probe would look into suspected Chinese violations of intellectual property rights, and the end result could be new tariffs on Chinese goods sold here in America. But the probe may be perceived as an attempt to get China to turn up pressure on North Korea over its nuclear program.
And the White House says President Trump and French President Emmanuel Macron spoke by phone over the weekend, agreeing to work together on the crisis in North Korea. Both leaders discussed working with allies to enforce UN sanctions to help reduce the nuclear threat from the Korean Peninsula. The president is standing by his warning to North Korea, saying the leader, Kim Jong-un, will truly regret, and he will regret it fast, if he attacks Guam or a U.S. ally.
And sources are telling CNN that Steve Bannon's future in the White House may be on the line. Two senior Trump advisors say Bannon soured his relationship with new White House Chief of Staff John Kelly. One source says Bannon is seen as pursuing his own agenda that does not always fit with Kelly's plans. The other source saying Bannon's relationship with Trump himself is also on the rocks. Serious conversations are reportedly now going on in the White House about whether Bannon should stay or leave.
It is 6:07 now. An update on a Mega Million jackpot. Somebody in Chicago is now a multi-millionaire after getting that winning ticket. $393 million jackpot ticket was sold. One ticket at Nick's Barbecue. It was the only ticket to match all 6 numbers during Friday night's drawing. The jackpot has been climbing since April. It was the largest Mega Millions ever paid out in Illinois and the 5th largest in U.S. history. The restaurant owner will receive $500,000 for selling the ticket. The lucky winner has yet to come forward.
Rallies in Virginia are sparking more action back here in Florida. The president of a Florida NAACP chapter saying that the organization will resume efforts to remove Confederate monuments across the state. This coming just a month after Hillsborough County decided not to move a Confederate memorial from public property. They said that they want it removed. Some say, rather, that they want it removed because they see it as a harsh symbolism of racism and white supremacy, while others say its removal would be a disservice to those who fought and died in the Civil War. The monument currently sits in front of the courthouse in downtown Tampa.
A gas leak caused evacuations at the Fort Lauderdale airport Sunday morning. About 100 passengers and employees had to leave the building after an issue began in a restaurant. That leak caused several airlines to delay flights for about an hour. The leak was later solved, and the airport was then out of its holding pattern.
A dramatic case of road rage in Kissimmee caught on camera. This video now being released by the sheriff's office there. It shows footage from a July 19th aggravated assault case. The victim parking and a Nissan Versa following behind him. But when the victim got out of the car, the driver accelerated, running him over. The driver then fleeing the scene and running away. The deputies are still on the lookout for that driver.
The Coast Guard rushed 20 miles out in the Gulf to help a diver on Sunday morning. It took place 20 miles west of Egmont Key. A diver surfaced experiencing dizziness, so a 45-foot response boat was dispatched from the Coast Guard station at Cortez in Manatee County. The man was flown to first responders awaiting at Fort DeSoto Park. He is now in stable condition. Boy, imagine feeling dizzy 20 miles off the coast.
Yeah, not good, because when you feel dizzy coming up out of the water, as you know, as a diver, decompression sickness always comes to mind, which can be lethal if you don't get to a hyperbaric chamber. So glad he's okay. Glad that worked out.
Stable condition.
Yeah, that's a good thing. We have some pretty decent weather for you today, I think, for the first day of school here in Sarasota County.
Oh, good.
Everything looks pretty nice, I think. We'll have a few isolated showers around, but we'll talk about that in a minute with your first alert weather.
Also, still had the latest in Suncoast traffic alert, and also we sit down with Superintendent Bowden of Sarasota County Schools.
We'll hear about the district's plans for the new school year when we come back.
I am the resident district manager on the FAU campus for Chartwell. Whenever I see Haley, I do not see a person with a disability. I see a person with extraordinary abilities. Haley is always smiling. She's always on time. She gives fantastic customer service and is always focused on any job that she's given.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251, 800-628-1251.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
When you want to get away from it all, to a place where you can do everything, or nothing at all, surrounded by natural beauty and all the modern amenities you might desire, then you'll want to be here at the Wannabe Inn on the beautiful shores of Manasota Key, Florida. To plan your escape, log on to wannabeinn.com.
The ABC7 First Alert Hurricane Guide. Download yours today.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Now your ABC7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
If you were outside yesterday afternoon, you know just how hot it can feel. Even though the air temperature was only about 91, which is pretty average for this time of year, the sun was beating down full force, and we do have some of that drier air kind of working its way into the forecast, which will limit the number of storms that we get. Plus, we're developing a westerly wind flow, and with that westerly wind, any showers that we get will probably occur early on near the coastline, early afternoon between 12 and 2, something like that. And then the focus of the showers are going to be more inland locations. So your First Alert weather forecast for today is going to feature 3 things. 1, humid conditions in the afternoon. Already dew point values are at 76 degrees. That dew point value will make it feel even warmer than the actual air temperature, coming in at about 100 to 105 feels like. And then the wind out of the east-southeast currently will shift to more southwesterly direction during the afternoon. And as we see that occur, we'll notice more and more the shower and thunderstorm focus turn inland away from the coastline. So around the area, temperatures are generally hugging the upper 70s most everywhere, with temperatures in the 80s right along the immediate coastline, where of course the humidity is a little bit higher. And the higher the humidity, the warmer the nighttime temperatures become. High pressure out in Gulf waters continue to provide us with that westerly wind flow. By the way, you see a tropical storm spinning out there in the Atlantic. That's Gert, newly formed over the weekend. It continues to be a well-behaved storm moving away from the coastal United States. Should not be a problem for anyone in the United States. High pressure, the dominant weather feature for the next several days. Westerly wind flow around the top of that high, providing us with some fairly pleasant conditions, though warm conditions, lots of sunshine, mostly inland storms with any coastal storms that we get occurring earlier on in the day, but hot afternoons with feels like temperatures of over 100. We'll watch the RPM computer model forecast here show a couple of showers close onto the coast, but after about 2 o'clock, the focus all becomes inland. Some of the storms could be pretty strong in inland areas, but they will continue to drift further from our coastline. A couple of areas of disturbed weather in the tropics, one close to home, the other just off the coast of Africa, thousands of miles away. Tropical storm Gert, closest to us with 45-mile-an-hour winds. As I mentioned, continues to be a well-behaved storm. By this time tomorrow, we'll watch it turn toward the east and continue on a forecast track that carries it out into open waters of the Atlantic. The other, a tropical wave just off the coast of Africa, will bear watching. Plenty of time to watch it, though. By the end of a 5-day period, it's just barely getting close to areas of the Antilles. So we'll watch it. It'll probably turn to the east before heading to the United States, but keep abreast of this system, as some forecast models do tend to want to strengthen it. We'll look for daytime highs in the 90s right straight through the 7-day period, and a rain chance of about 30 to 40% for the next couple of days. Back to you.
All right, checking first alert traffic now on this Monday morning. We'll see some slowdowns on State Road 70, mostly in the westbound lanes around 301. Otherwise, pretty clear right now despite school beginning last Thursday there in Manatee County. Sarasota County showing a slowdown there on 41 southbound after Bee Ridge Road, also along the Bayfront there in the northbound lanes along Mound. And our final map down south shows us all clear at 6:17 on your Monday morning. Of course, these roads will be busier as we progress through the morning. It is the first day of school in Sarasota County. We're joined now by the new superintendent as of last March, Dr. Todd Bowden.
Good morning.
Great to have you here.
Absolutely.
And you told me last time it's not Bowden, that's just during the FSU football season.
That's right, right around the corner, around the corner.
So I did some research, 44,000 students, ballpark figure, yes. About 53 schools, 5,000 employees, all trivia questions to use at your next cocktail parties. What fascinates me is you now have career advisors in the middle schools.
Yes.
What does that say about our students and our society?
Well, we want to make sure that our students are driven by a goal, that they have an objective. And so we're starting in the middle school, and we're going to work and make sure that every student leaves middle school with a plan, an actionable plan that extends not only through high school, but beyond, that guides their course selection, it guides their actions in high school, but sets them up for success once they leave our school system.
I know Manatee County has 3 new schools in the process to open in 2019. Any new schools on the way in Sarasota County?
We won't be opening any new schools in the next 2 or 3 years, but we are in the market for some property in the Palmer Ranch area. That's where we're seeing a lot of growth between Sarasota proper and Venice, and so you'll probably see some action on that front here in the next year.
Yeah, I'm going to lob you a softball here. You got 44,000 students. Only 17,000 ride the bus. Is that a changing culture thing, or is bus service not available in some areas?
Well, bus service is available to any student that's more than 2 miles away from their school site, unless there's an unsafe condition within those 2 miles. So a lot of our kids live within that 2-mile circle, and they walk, ride the bus to school. But then a lot of our parents do choose to take their kids to school. So as you're on the road today, you'll see lines outside of all of our elementary and middle schools as parents are dropping off their little ones for school.
Okay, I lobbed you a softball, now time for a hardball. I know one issue I covered repeatedly last year was the issue of transgender restrooms.
Yes.
I know you're probably wincing inside right now, but there was an issue at Pineview where a student wanted a transgender restroom, and the school allowed it. Some back at the headquarters said, wait, we can't have schools individually deciding this. Will the district have a blanket policy district-wide, or will you allow individual schools like Pineview to set their own agenda?
So our policy is currently unchanged. Those decisions are made at the school level. What we've told our principals is we want to do the right thing for individual students. There is a group working on the issue, so you may see a change in policy. Certainly it's something that will return to the board. So there's been a work group, and they've looked at, how do we deal with those issues? Does it require a district level response, or is that something we should continue to address on the individual student and school level?
I know there has been a division among the board about whether or not to have a district-wide policy or not.
Yes, those are always some interesting debates.
Real sticking point. Now, you also have some new principals this year.
Yes, we've got 5 new principals, 3 of them in new schools, but 2 brand new principals. So I'm sure they had a little bit of a sleepless night last night and are excited, just like the kids are, for their first day of school, as I am.
Yeah, I guess so. Did you? Now, charter funding, another issue, of course. Charter school funding. Big issue statewide right now. How do you feel about tax dollars going toward charter schools?
Well, charter schools, by definition, are publicly funded private schools. So they receive public funds, but they're privately operated. And so the change this year is specifically around the area of capital dollars. And so that was a change with the legislature. Our job here is to implement the legislation as they continue that debate in Tallahassee.
All right. Well, listen, this is your first day of your first full year as superintendent. You're a good sport to wake up early and come in our studio and join us.
Well, I appreciate you having me.
Hope you have a good school year.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Superintendent Dr. Todd Bowden. We'll also join Christopher Brantley in about 10 minutes out at the scene of Venice High School to show us one of the 53 schools starting today in Sarasota County.
Best of luck to all the kids that are starting on their first day of school today. I'm sure they're just now waking up.
Yeah, that was an exciting first day. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, the NFL has suspended a Cowboys star.
We'll tell you why the league is handing down the suspension just as preseason action gets underway when we come back.
The Alfa Romeo Quadrifoglio charmed us all and crippled the competition. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job. I am Goodwill, yeah.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
I'm Alan Cohn. A Sarasota County company honored at the White House. South County companies are hiring, but what kind of jobs are they, and do they pay enough to live on?
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Alfa Romeo got a lot right with the Junior, but the handling alone is sufficient reason to get one. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Oh, pretty shot there of a few light clouds. I'm sure John has a word for those types of clouds. What do you think, John?
I didn't see. What are we looking at there? Look like stratocumulus.
Oh, yeah, I would have totally guessed that.
Yeah, here's today's trivia question.
Stratocumulus.
Here's our social media connection. If you want to write to us and tell us or show us some pictures of your first day of school in Sarasota County, you can write to any of us at the Facebook pages. Ray Collins, ABC7, Jacqueline, ABC7, and John as well. So love to hear from you.
Yeah, I actually just got a picture from one of our viewers, Lauren Thomas, who took a picture of the cotton candy sky from the Siesta Key sunrise. Her mom is a longtime viewer of ours, so you can go check that out on my Facebook page. We'll have it shared there as well. And if you want to send us some of your sunrise pictures, I always think sunrises are always great to look at.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Welcome back at 6:25 on this Monday morning.
Well, the NFL has suspended Cowboys running back Ezekiel Elliott.
This after abuse allegations by an ex-girlfriend. ABC's Candace Gibson has details.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Dallas Cowboys superstar running back Ezekiel Elliott sidelined, preparing to appeal a 6-game suspension handed down by the NFL for violating the league's personal conduct policy. The suspension resulting from a year-long investigation by the league after allegations from Elliott's then-girlfriend, Tiffany Thompson, that he had been abusive.
And you said he hit you? Where did he hit you?
All over.
No charges were filed, but the league saying there were significant evidence Elliott engaged in physical violence against Ms. Thompson, warranting the suspension and warning him in a letter that another violation of this nature may result in your suspension or potential banishment from the NFL.
I think the league sent a loud and decisive message that it is siding with the victim in this particular case.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have full coverage of the appeal and Ezekiel Elliott's response. With your GMA First Look, I'm Candace Gibson, ABC News, New York.
From the moment you met, you wanted to surround them in comfort and protection. That's why Pampers Swaddlers is the #1 choice of hospitals, to wrap your baby in blanket-like softness so all they feel is love. Pampers Swaddlers.
Binders, done. Super cool notebooks, done.
That's Mom taking care of business. But who takes care of Mom? Office Depot Office Max. Order online and pick up in store in just 1 hour.
Taking care of business. Nick was born to move. 3 toddlers won't stop him, and neither will lower back pain. Because at a Dr. Scholl's kiosk, he got a recommendation for a custom-fit orthotic to relieve his foot, knee, or lower back pain from being on his feet. Dr. Scholl's, born to move.
What are Mommy and Daddy like before they're Dunkin'?
Her hair's a hot mess.
Her eyes are like, oh, I'm late for work. I have to go.
Your Dunkin' doesn't make you you, but it helps. Dunkin' Donuts Coffee. Pick some up where you buy groceries.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Discover all the reasons the experts love Subaru during the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru is the best overall brand for 2 years running and the most trusted brand for 3 years running, according to Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com. Right now, you can lease one of Subaru's most versatile vehicles, the Subaru Crosstrek, for as little as $189 a month, or get 0% financing. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Join the fun at the Weddings of Sarasota 17th Annual Wedding Show at the iconic Sarasota Municipal Auditorium on US 41. Sunday, August 27th from noon to 4. Enjoy food, fun, and entertainment with a runway show on stage at 3 p.m. $2,000 in Weddings of Sarasota dollars given out after the runway show. You must be present to win. Pre-register at weddingsofsarasota.com. Brides and grooms are free if registered by midnight on August 25th. Weddings of Sarasota. Register today.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters.
Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Get the hottest deals of the year during the summer clearance event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers or save big on a new sleek and stylish Jeep Cherokee for as little as $18,999. Drive off today for your next great adventure in a brand new Jeep Renegade for as low as $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today. ABC 7 News at 7 weeknights.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, it's back to school today for 40,000 students in Sarasota County. We'll have a live preview.
Plus, saying goodbye to a local Chamber of Commerce president. We'll have details of a sudden death in Venice.
And protesters lined the streets over a video that showed a shark being dragged behind a boat. Stay right there. Your Suncoast News starts right now.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Pretty shot there of the sunrise starting here on the sun coast of Florida.
Beautiful this morning if you're just waking up with us, making that fresh cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Some good tasty creamer in it.
A little sugar to make it sound nice.
Yes, school is getting back underway this morning. Lots of people waking up right now.
Yeah, 44,000 students in Sarasota County heading back. Of course, Manatee began Thursday, as did Charlotte County, but today's the big day for Sarasota. We'll go live to Venice in just a few minutes here on Good Morning Suncoast.
Let's check in with meteorologist John Scalzi for a look at that bus stop forecast. How's it looking out there, John?
Yeah, it looks pretty good, you know. I mean, oftentimes in the summertime like this, if we developed a westerly wind flow, you can get some showers moving onshore during the morning hours that are pretty strong, but we have none of that today. Some drier air is kind of filtered in just a little bit. It's going to reduce the number of showers that we get. Now, we do have an opportunity for a few showers near the coast today, but First Alert weather shows that those showers will probably be around noon to 2 o'clock or so near the coastline. Then everything moves inland. Lots of sunshine around, though, and you can expect some warm afternoon temperatures. Our current radar not showing a whole lot in the way of any kind of action across the area, and I think the morning commute should be rain-free. But later on in the afternoon, in inland areas, particularly Wauchula, Arcadia, Ona, there could be a few scattered showers around between 3 and 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Daytime highs warm near 90. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, John. Checking First Alert traffic now on this Monday morning. Showing some buildup now on US 41 northbound toward Bradenton as you get toward Cortez, he tried to say. Also 301 southbound around State Road 70. Checking farther south down to Sarasota County, where the buses will be out in earnest in a matter of moments here. All quiet so far in the mid-county section. South County will show us the following. A little slowdown there on 41 as you approach the 681 juncture. 6:33 now on your Monday morning.
Well, just about an hour before that school bell rings for this first Monday of back to school, and as it begins to start across the Suncoast, Venice High School freshmen will be having orientations all week long.
Let's go live now to the campus to a guy who's not too far removed from being a student in these Sarasota County schools. Good morning, Christopher Brantley.
Not too long removed at all. In fact, here at the Venice High School, those freshmen are about to begin their first day, and they'll be going into the Performing Arts Hall. And it's all about freshman orientation, getting those wide-eyed new high schoolers ready for what they'll experience during their 4 years here. There's also a really big push from the school about forming relationships with their peers and their teachers alike. Principal Eric Jackson hopes to create something of a family atmosphere.
It's important for us to make sure that our teachers have opportunities to connect with one another, and that is going to be definitely a tremendous focus for us going into this year is how do we build relationships teacher to teacher, but also equally important, maybe more important, teacher to student.
And as sun begins to break across the Suncoast, over 2,000 students will be walking into this school very soon. And in fact, the freshmen will be coming in here. This is the Venice Performing Arts Center. Those orientations begin just about an hour from now. Ray and Jacqueline, back to you.
Very exciting. Brand new school down there. Thank you, Christopher Brantley.
All right. Well, as we mentioned, Sarasota County schools are heading back to class this morning, but with school zones becoming busy once again, the Sarasota Police Department wants to remind drivers that they will be out in full force. They'll also want to remind drivers of Florida law around school buses.
A good rule of thumb for bus stopping. A lot of people think because it's a 6-lane road, you don't have to stop going the opposite way. If there's not a median, raised median in the middle of the road, you have to stop. I don't care if it's 20 lanes. If there's not a raised median if you can just cross the road, then you must stop. If there's something that's stopping you from crossing the road, which is a median, then you don't have to stop on the opposite side.
Well, just a reminder, speeding in a school zone can cost you some big bucks. Tickets will start at $206 rather, and go up to over $1,000 if you're caught going over 30 miles an hour.
It is 6:36. Now on to other news. A Manatee County Sheriff's deputy has resigned after a criminal charge in Sarasota County. 39-year-old Stephen Buckle is stepping down after he was charged with an incident that involved battery a week ago today. No other details have been released quite yet. Buckle was approaching his 5th anniversary on the force. A criminal case is pending.
Well, many on the Suncoast are mourning the passing of Venice Chamber of Commerce CEO John Ryan. Chamber leaders were notified of the news Saturday after Ryan suffered a heart attack that morning. Venice Mayor John Hollick spoke to ABC7 on Sunday about the kind of man that he was and the legacy he leaves behind. Hollick remembers Ryan as an ordinary man who did extraordinary work, and he was always a good friend. With 20 years on the chamber, he was an asset to area businesses that'll be hard to replace.
Could always rely on John if I needed to know the pulse of the business community. He was just a phone call away, always willing to help. He served on one of our advisory boards for a while. He just had the heart of Venice in him.
Details for his funeral arrangements have yet to be released.
Several apparent animal abuse videos floating on social media have caught the attention of Governor Scott and state wildlife officials. FWC is investigating one incident caught on video showing a boat dragging a shark at a high rate of speed off the coast of Manatee County. Local animal activists are taking a stand. More than a dozen protesters lined the Sarasota Bayfront this weekend, hoping to share their message to stop animal abuse for entertainment.
We are asking the state attorney and also asking FWC to make sure that they do their job, basically, to make sure that these people are prosecuted for what they have done to the wildlife in Florida.
The Manatee County State Attorney's Office and Florida Fish and Wildlife say they are aware of the videos and photos involving men and wildlife. They're working toward a lawful resolution. Florida Fish and Wildlife will not publicly confirm the identities of those involved in the videos while this investigation is ongoing. Other news, the Manatee County Commissioners will vote Wednesday morning on a major project along Sarasota's Bayfront. The Manatee Planning Board voted against recommending Aquabad Bay. Developer Carlos Baruf wants to build more than 2,000 homes on a large empty piece of land off Elkhorn Parkway near Bayshore Gardens. The Planning Board was concerned about the height of the project, and despite their no vote, the project will still go on to the County Commission for a vote this Wednesday morning.
Well, some attention needs to be given towards Manatee County drivers. Starting today, 24th Street West in Bradenton will be closed through August 31st. The roadway will be shut down between 30th Avenue West to 32nd Avenue West. The closure is for sanitary and water service connections for new homes on the east side of 24th Street West.
And Sarasota's own Ski-A-Ree's jet ski team, won the national team title. This is the 43rd Show Ski National Championships, beating out 14 other teams. This is the first time a Sarasota team has been a part of the competition since 1998. The Ski-A-Ree's team won high marks in showmanship, sound crew, ballet, swivel, star doubles, all the good awards. The Ski-A-Ree's team will begin their public shows for you on Sunday, the 24th of September, with free shows at 2 p.m. held off Ken Thompson Parkway right here in Sarasota. Great thing to check out if you're new to the area especially.
Yeah, definitely. I was going to tell John I saw lots of jellyfish out at the beach this weekend.
Really? Yeah, you said hundreds.
Hundreds of them. They were just an influx of them just floating on. I had never seen one so close right there. I got out of the water, of course.
Which beach were you?
I was over on Longboat Key, and they were just, you know, all over there. I asked some of my friends who I was with if that was normal for that area. No, they hadn't seen them there for a while.
Not normal.
So I don't know. Maybe the water was warmer. I don't know anything about that kind of
probably
stuff.
Probably a food source close to shore or something. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
We'll have to be watchful of that. For today, we're going to see some kind of changing weather conditions. Over the course of the last couple of days, we've had showers that built inland and kind of drifted back to the coast. Today we're going to do a 180. We'll build our showers close to the coast and then move them inland later in the day. We'll have your first alert forecast coming up in just a few.
All right, thanks, John. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, the latest in your first alert traffic. And if you want to remember Elvis at his annual vigil, you're going to have to pay up.
We'll tell you why there's a price to be paid on the 40th anniversary of the King's passing. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today at our new kitchen and bath cabinetry locations.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sport Utility for $269 per month, or a 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop pad that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Now your ABC7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
So we are looking this morning at an air temperature that's coming in warm already at 78 degrees and a dew point value that's also pretty warm coming in at 76. The reason for that is we've had it develop kind of a westerly wind that's brought in the moisture off of Gulf waters. It's also kind of a variable wind as well. But winds are going to be relatively light today. Right now, they're out of the east-southeast, coming in at about 3. And I think we'll see them shift a little bit more southwest as we head into the next several hours. 76 in Wauchula, Arcadia, Mayaca coming in at 77, Parrish at 77, Bradenton at 77. Get a little closer to the coastline, though, and the temperatures are a little bit warmer with 80 degrees in Inglewood, 79 in Venice, and 81 degrees Longboat Key. Moisture supply is high enough that we will see some showers around. Certainly at the surface, the moisture's thick. and that's going to give us a good chance of seeing some feels-like temperatures up around 100 to 105 later today because of all that moisture in the air. We have Gert off the Atlantic coast, no issues. It's a very well-behaved storm. It'll stay out to sea. High pressure, the dominant weather feature for us, directs our winds out of the east, or out of the west rather, eventually today, pushing our storms to the east over the course of the afternoon. I think by late in the day, just when you'd really like to see some of those heat-breaking thunderstorms around, I think most of the activity is going to be on the east coast, not our coast, and that's why it'll be so warm today. A couple areas of low pressure rumble along a stalled frontal boundary to our north of no issue to us. Gert continues on a trek that takes it drifting slowly to the north, and we'll watch those showers and thunderstorms building a little bit later in the day. But we'll also have lots of sunshine around. The storms will be mostly inland, at least the stronger ones. And it'll be a hot afternoon with feels-like temperatures exceeding air temperatures. Now, look at this dry air indicated here by the tan color. It's worked its way into the forecast. So, as I mentioned earlier, yes, we'll see some storms around, but the moisture is really at the surface. Aloft, the air is a little drier because of that tan colorization that you see here indicating that drier air. That will reduce the number of storms that we get. We'll see a few early on in the morning close to the coastline. By, well, I should say early afternoon. Between about 12 and 2, I think, is our best chance of seeing a coastal shower. Then after 2 o'clock, the focus of the showers will be in inland areas, and those showers will drift off toward the other coast, leaving our area pretty quiet during the afternoon hours when it's nice to have some of those showers. Tomorrow morning, again, maybe a few scattered showers developing close to the coastline earlier on. Couple of areas of disturbed weather in the tropics we continue to monitor. Of course, Gert, we just mentioned that, but also a tropical wave off the coast of Africa. Gert, a well-behaved storm, continues on a forecast track that accelerates it into the open Atlantic after briefly perhaps becoming a Category 1 storm. That's really not going to be too much of a problem for anyone. Even north of Bermuda, it should not be an issue for Bermuda. Now we'll look at this tropical wave over the course of the week. It's forecast to move to the west near the Lesser Antilles by the end of a 5-day period and gain in intensity. Plenty of time to watch that storm. Forecast calls for 91 as a daytime high, and the first alert weather forecast for the remainder of the week shows warm temperatures and a chance of rain each day. Back to you.
All right, thank you, John. Taking a look at traffic this morning in Manatee County. State Road 7301 seeing some congestion, as well as 41 as you head towards Cortez Road. I-75 looking good as we head into Sarasota County. Pretty quiet this morning as people are heading back to school. And in South County, pretty quiet as well. No accidents at 6:47 on your Monday morning. In this hour's Health Smart, many factors play into keeping your heart healthy, and many of them are probably you've heard before.
Yeah, Kim Hutcherson has some tips in today's Health Minute.
It's well documented that things like smoking, poor diet, and lack of physical activity are bad for your heart. But according to doctors at the University of Michigan, there are other factors that can cause cardiovascular problems. Pollution, for example. Inhaling particles of dust can cause lung inflammation. That can lead to problems with your heart and blood vessels. Lack of sleep could be increasing your risk for high blood pressure. Adequate sleep is beneficial for your heart. It also helps metabolism and energy levels. Finally, weather can make a difference. Bone-chilling temperatures cause arteries to contract, which can raise your blood pressure and pulse rate. And if you're already suffering from hypertension, heart disease, or diabetes, those cold temperatures could put you at greater risk for a heart attack, especially during physical activity. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
Well, in entertainment news this morning, visitors from around the world are heading to Memphis to mark 40 years since Elvis Presley's death.
I recall the day it happened back in 1977, but now visitors will have to pay $30 to take part in the big event. Elvis Presley Enterprises said the change comes as part of updated security measures due to the large crowds expected over the next few days. The shift comes 1 year after protesters were arrested at Graceland. They cited poverty and crime as the reasons for the protest. Despite the charges, organizers doubt it'll stop those who already planned on attending.
And Chance the Rapper stole the show as Grand Marshal of the annual Bud Billiken Parade in Chicago over the weekend. The Chicago native donated over 30,000 stuffed backpacks for children along the parade route. Every backpack, of course, came with stuffed with school supplies. He also held a free concert after the parade. It's not the first time Chance has been involved with Chicago Public Schools. Earlier this year, he donated $1 million to the school district.
At the box office, horror movie Annabelle Creation. Jolting the #1 this weekend, the Conjuring spin-off scared up about $35 million in North American theaters, making it this week's top film. Christopher Nolan's Dunkirk followed in second with $11.4 million in its fourth weekend. And a future classic for sure, The Nut Job 2, Nutty by Nature. Have you seen that one yet?
I haven't.
No, it slides into the #3 spot.
Is that supposed to be a spinoff from The Nutty Professor?
I don't know. An instant classic. Still ahead of Good Morning Suncoast, we'll update the day's top news headlines. And Sarasota police make a new friend over the weekend.
We'll tell you more about the police's dolphin encounter when we come back. You don't want to miss it.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
You studied hard, went to college, and achieved your dream, but it turned into a financial nightmare. If you have federal student loans and you'd like to reduce your payments, get more time, or have your loans completely eliminated, then we have good news. With one call to Student Loan Relief Services, you can find support and guidance. We've already helped thousands of people, and we can help you too. If you have $10,000 or more in federal student loans, you can qualify for payment extensions, payment reductions, or you may qualify to have your federal student loan completely forgiven. Call Student Loan Relief Services now to find out about your options. Take control of your finances and get out from under this burden. One of our student loan experts has the answers to your questions and great solutions to ease your financial burden. We're here for you. Call Student Loan Relief Services now.
Call 800-759-0203, 800-759-0203.
Jacuzzi is proud to present our first ever safe bathing event. The Jacuzzi walk-in tub allows you or a loved one to take a safe and relaxing bath. Never climb in and out of a regular bathtub again. Our walk-in tub offers a low step-in threshold, fast drain technology, soothing hydrotherapy, and even a shower handle. Regain bathing independence with a Jacuzzi walk-in tub and enjoy spending more time with loved ones. Why wait any longer? During our safe bathing event, save $750 on a new walk-in tub. Receive $250 in safety upgrades and a $100 Visa gift card. But if you call right now during this program, we'll double the savings to $1,500, double the safety upgrades to $500, and double it to a $200 Visa gift card with your walk-in tub purchase. Call right now to save double on a new walk-in tub. Call now.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
Pretty shot there. Sarasota Bay looking toward the west, toward the southwest, toward Longboat Key.
Pretty nice out there this morning.
I saw some birds flying by a second ago.
Yeah.
Flock of seagulls, 1980s group. It's a random Monday morning, 6:54. Glad you're with us.
It is certainly Monday, that's for sure. Here's a look at some of the top stories on the Suncoast today.
It is the first day of school in Sarasota County. 44,000 students heading to 53 schools to start the school year.
Plus, protesters lined the bayfront in the wake of that video of a shark being dragged by boaters off the coast of Manatee County. The state now taking a closer look at that incident.
And a gas leak in a restaurant caused evacuations at the Fort Lauderdale airport on Sunday morning. Flights were delayed as passengers and staff had to leave the terminal for about an hour.
Taking a look at traffic this morning in Manatee County, looks like the bridges are doing good if you're heading towards downtown Bradenton. Other than that, 301 State Road 70 seeing the normal congestion and slowdowns. I-75 looking clear as you head into Sarasota County. Your biggest slowdowns really on 41 heading southbound. As we head into South County, pretty quiet, just your normal slowdowns throughout that area as well. John?
Well, the first alert weather forecast for the next 7 days shows pretty much typical conditions in terms of rainfall amounts and rainfall chances. But the direction of motion of the storms will be different for the first couple of days. They'll build near the coastline during the early afternoon, then move inland and farther away from the coast during the later part of the afternoon. That'll leave it pretty warm later in the day. Then toward the second half of the week, we'll start to see the rain chances build in inland areas, then drift back to the coast.
All right, John, talk to you again soon. Sarasota police made a new friend on the Marine Patrol this past weekend. Officers near New Pass came across a dolphin swimming near their boat and jumping as well out of the water. That'd be exciting to see in person. That's cool. The dolphin decided to join the Marine Patrol. Dolphin even jumped out of the water a few times. That's great video.
Looks like he's a resident Sarasota police officer these days.
Yeah, honorary officer.
How cute. Looks like he's having, playing out there.
Yeah. I was at, you were on Longboat Key with the jellyfish. I was on Siesta Key where I saw it was 89 degrees in the water, the lifeguards all said.
Oh, wow.
Very warm.
It was.
Yeah. Like, that's too warm for me.
Yeah.
Bath water almost.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, it's about as warm as it gets.
Yeah. All right, enjoy your Mondays, folks.
Stick around. Good Morning America's coming up next.